Woke up slow, windows wide, coffee's warm, light feels right. Just one text made me smile. Ain't no love, just your style. Don't need much.
So there are a lot of things that I need to accomplish today. I need to wax my baby hairs again. I've already filmed a video of me doing this, so I will try to link it in the description, or I will put a thing at the end of this video where you can actually click. I think it's like called a card or something at the end of the video, so you can watch it if you are interested in watching me do the whole full facial waxing, because I'm just gonna like talk through this pretty quickly. So I need to do my baby hair waxing. I also need to wash my makeup brushes because they're freaking disgusting, and I know you've been judging me as you have watched my get ready with me videos because they're disgusting. I know. I wash my makeup brushes not as often as I should, so judge me all you want to because I know. I am surprised that my skin doesn't break out because I should wash them more. I know I should. It is a bad habit, but I don't really, well, no, because I do use a foundation brush pretty regularly. So, I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky because I don't, as you can see, I don't really break out, and I do use a foundation brush pretty regularly when I do my foundation, and I really alternate between two foundation brushes, and I wash them maybe once every 2 weeks if I am lucky. I know, I can feel your eyes of judgment, and I get it. It is well warranted. I am working on it. I used to be so good at washing my makeup brushes, and now I am just not as good. I do have a couple of makeup brush washing things. I used to have the one by Cinema Secrets, and I was so good when I had the one by Cinema Secrets because it's so quick. But I have this one by EcoTools, and this is a liquid one, and then I have this one from E.L.F, which is a solid looking thing. So I like these two also, but the Cinema Secrets one, it is, I think it's alcohol based, so you swirl it and it dries instantly. These ones you have to let your brushes dry, and then you gotta wait around for them. So anyways, right now I am actually waiting for the wax to liquefy. I'm waiting for the wax to basically melt so I can start waxing. And I'm also charging my phone. So I have been working on Reels for Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I am starting to learn the algorithm for Instagram. So that is where you will find me starting to share more of the trendy, like personality type weird stuff. Not weird stuff, but like the trendy type audios and stuff like that. I'm like working with that. The idea is that I'm using Instagram and trending audios and stuff like that to drive people to my YouTube. That's the idea, because I don't really know how to market. I'm just a regular girl. Don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to build a YouTube channel. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So that is my idea. Whether or not that works or not, I guess we will see. But yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun creating the reels though. I had a couple of the reels hit over like 3,000 to 5,000 views, and I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know, I thought that was pretty neat. So I'm kind of trying to learn like what spikes the views and what, if it's time, if it's the type of audio that's used, if it's, just kind of trying to learn all that kind of stuff, because there's a whole method and madness to how all of that kind of stuff works. So anyways, my wax is almost ready. I'm going to add more to it because this is actually about a third of the way, no, it's like a fourth of the way full. So I'm going to add more wax to this so that it is almost full, and then we will get to waxing, my friends. So I just want to show you guys really quick. This is what the wax looks like. Please excuse my wax warmer. I think we had this conversation the last time. It looks fucking disgusting. Sorry about that. But anyways, they look like this little wax beads, and then they melt, and then they become this really nice consistency. I think you can see over there. And then they become like this nice pliable wax that you can work with. Can you see? I think you can see. Okay, so basically the wax is ready, so we are ready to go. Update with the mom front is I basically have gone from low contact to no contact because my mom can't figure things out, and well, I have to just accept the fact that if a grown-ass adult can't figure out basic life skills, then, you know, that is something that I have to accept. And I am just gonna let that lie in that ditch, I guess you can say, because that's really where it is. It's just lying in a rut, and that's all I can do is shrug and say, if you are not willing to help yourself, I cannot help you. So I have done as much as I physically and mentally can, and if you are not willing to do the most basic things to help yourself, then there is no more that I can do. So at this point, that is where we are at. And yeah, I had a session today with my therapist about it and talked through that. And, you know, she kind of asked me how I felt about it. And I said that I was disappointed because I tried my darndest to live out my dad's wishes, which was to forgive my mom and to give her a chance. And what did she do but burn her last bridge? And, you know, it's a shame, but it is what it is. And we cannot change people. We just have to accept who they are and leave it at that. So that's what I'm doing. And didn't mean to get that part of my hair in there. And that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm just accepting her for who she is and deciding that, you know, if she's going to not help herself, then it is my choice whether or not I'm going to choose her to help her or not. And my choice is to not help her if she is not going to help herself. So that is that. And in other news, I have also decided that I'm going to start taking better care of myself again, because in the holidays, I have been eating way too many freaking sweets, you guys. I have the worst sweet tooth known to man. And so this, in a side note, this is a much better waxing experience because I'm not letting it grow out super long. It was so painful the last time that I waxed my baby hairs because I let my hairs grow out like so long, and I was like, oh frick. It was painful. See how nice that looks? Nice and clean that looks. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've been eating way too many freaking sweets. I swear I have gained like 5 to 7 pounds. So I ordered some greens last night. So I'm going to start to try to drink my greens powders Probably like I don't want to say every day because I do love coffee. So I'm going to try to alternate between coffee and greens like every other day. And then we will see. Maybe I will do like a cup of coffee and then a cup of greens. But like on the days that I work, I'll probably do just coffee. And then maybe when I get off of work, I'll try to do my greens when I get off of work. Or maybe I'll just try to do like coffee and greens like every day. I don't know. But you know, like when you first wake up and you have like a routine where you usually do coffee. When I was vegan, so I was vegan for 5 years. When I was vegan, I didn't drink coffee at all during that time. I changed my morning habit from drinking coffee to drinking greens. And I felt really, really good. I felt still like really alive. I felt alive, if that makes sense. But I felt really good in the morning. And so I know that I can do it. It's just a matter of changing your behavior and changing your habit. So I feel like I know that I can do it. And it will be fairly easy for me. But again, it's just a habit that I have to break. And I have to remind myself that my health is more important than my love for coffee. So I did order, because I have greens already, and I'm also trying not to be wasteful with products that I already own, one, and two, I'm trying to not be wasteful with my money because, again, I'm still trying to save to buy a house, but with that, it's so tricky because it's like I get 2 steps forward, 2 steps back when it comes to saving, because I'll save X amount of dollars and then 3 different things will come up and then I like fall back like $2,500 and I'm like, well, so anyways, yeah, that's you know what's happening on that front. But I decided to order some coconut flavored greens because I love all coconut flavored things. And so I ordered some coconut flavored greens from Bloom, and I feel like I will really, really enjoy those. So I think I'm good on this side, actually. Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good on both sides, actually. Both sides are looking great. You see how easy that was? Like, it took me literally 5 minutes to do both sides. So I ordered coconut flavored greens from Bloom on Amazon, even though they had Bloom strawberry kiwi flavored greens on sale at Sam's Club for like the same price, and it was 48 servings instead of 30 servings. But again, I wanted to get the coconut flavored ones to see, you know, if I would like it that much more. So we will see. And then because I have like a berry flavored greens already, so I didn't want to get another, you know, berry flavored one and just waste money. I was also going to get, like, they had Vital Proteins salted caramel. What is it? Collagen? Yeah, it was like a collagen something. I think it was just collagen. They had another, Bloom had a collagen and colostrum, what is it, supplement, and I wasn't sure. I don't really know, to be honest. If you know what the difference is, please let me know. I don't know what the difference between collagen and colostrum is, like what the difference is for your body. I would have to like look it up. But so Bloom had a colostrum and collagen blend at Sam's Club, and it was $37, but I bought the viral Amstra. I don't remember, but it was like the viral one. It was Amra. I think it's Amra. I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong, but it was a viral colostrum powder, and it was really expensive. It was like $55 for, and I bought those single packet thingies, and I think I used like 5 of them. So I talked myself out of buying more because I said, Terry, if you haven't used what you have, why the heck are you buying more? And so I didn't buy any more of the colostrum powder. Good for me. And then I didn't buy any of the Vital Protein salted caramel collagen powder because it was 80 calories, and I am trying to be mindful of my macros as the new year comes in. And I was like 80 freaking calories, and then I looked at the unflavored collagen and it was only 20 calories. So something with the flavoring made it like 60 calories more. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that because again, I'm trying to be mindful. Basically, it was like I could have a flavored protein shake for the, well, I guess having the flavored collagen would be like having a flavored protein shake because the collagen has protein. So, duh. You guys, I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow. So, yeah, I'm slowly adding 2 and 2 together and it's now making sense to me. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to be mindful of my macros as the new year comes around because like I said, as like Thanksgiving and Christmas was around, I have been absolutely horrible and I've been eating too much cake, too much cookies, too many muffins, too many sweets all together and not enough protein and too many carbs and all of the things. And so, like I said, I've probably gained 5 to 7 pounds. I still fit in all my jeans and all my clothes, thankfully. So there's good news there. But I do need to be mindful about tracking my food as the new year comes around so that I don't gain and not fit in my clothes and then become a sad panda all over again. So, yeah. I also am joining a Botox membership thing. Actually, let's move into the next thing that I have to do so I'm not just standing here in my bathroom talking to you guys. So what was I talking about? I forgot. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Great. Well, I don't know. I already told you about what I was doing with the Reels thing on Instagram. I already told you about me. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you guys. So, I am going to join a Botox membership. I'm actually pretty excited about it because Botox is expensive AF, and I haven't gotten Botox done in almost 2.5 years, maybe pushing 3 years. No, it hasn't been that long. Maybe. I think it's pushing 3 years actually. I used to go to Rocky Mountain Beauty Bar in Longmont, Colorado, and I used to go see my girl Kelly. She is amazing. I love her to pieces, but Botox is so expensive. And I cannot afford $600 all the time for Botox. So with this Botox membership thing, it's $169 a month, and you get a full face treatment for $169, and you can get full face treatment for that price, and they don't count the unit, so you get your full face treatment plus a lip flip, and you can get your full treatment once every 3 months, and you are locked into that price for at least 6 months. So basically it calculates out to $507 every 3 months. And again, like I said, they don't count the amount of units that you get in your full face treatment plus your lip flip. So a great deal. I do have to drive to Loveland, which is about an hour north of where I live in Boulder. So it's a little bit of a drive for sure, but is it worth it for a broke homie like me to get Botox for $169 and be able to get it on a payment plan? Yes, sir. All day long. So that is what I am going to do, and that is going to start next week. I get my first treatment on December 30th. So I'm going to take you guys along, and I'm going to try to vlog it. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to do the actual, like, film the actual treatment. I don't know if I can or not. I will try if I can, but if not, I will film me going in, pre-treatment, and then post-treatment, and all of that kind of stuff for you, because I'm going to try to get better at vlogging. I do want to get another vlog camera. I do have a Sony, what is this? It's like a Sony V10, I think it is, or something like that. I don't know. It was hella expensive. It was like an $800 vlogging camera that I bought. And I bought it when I was going on a trip to Canada, because I wanted to document my trip to Canada, and I literally brought my camera out like once on my trip in Canada. So I like this camera, but I only like it when I'm stationary. Like, it's not super bulky, but it is really not conducive for like bringing out in public. It is kind of bigger for bringing out in public, if you know what I mean. So I do want to get one of those DJI little portable doohickey majiggies for when I go out in public and I vlog out in the world, because I do not want to look like a crazy person with a big vlogging camera with a mic and all of that. I just would not feel comfortable like that. That's just me. If you are a professional YouTuber who can do all of that stuff, power to you. I'm not like that, and I don't think I'd ever be like that. I don't know. I just don't think that's me. So I want to get one of those little teeny tiny DJIs, and that's $550 or something around that price range. So I have got to wait until next year to invest in one of those, so I can get better at vlogging and making vlogs and stuff like that. Now, the day has completely gotten away from me today, so it is about to be 4:30, and I am getting ready because I'm about to film content like reels for Instagram, and the sun is going down, but I still got to get the stuff done because I'm going to start school on my birthday, which is January 7th, and I'm going to try to get some stuff kind of banked before then, so that if I get behind, I will have some content ready to go, so that I don't get behind on filming, and do like I did. Yeah. Do what happened. No, I cannot talk. Do what happened. Basically, okay. And not have a video get dropped on a Thursday like I did in November, where I skipped the entire month because too much stuff was happening. And so I want to make sure that I am still uploading content for you guys every week. And so, yeah, so if something should come up because I have an assignment due or something is coming up in life, I want to make sure that the videos are still going up and all of that stuff. So I am hoping that I stay ahead. And what's the matter, baby? I stay ahead of my content and, ooh, what's that? I stay ahead of content and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyways, that is the goal. And I hope that you guys stick around. And if you have any suggestion or anything that you want to see me film, let me know in the comments and I will try to do that for you guys. If you want to see more get ready with me's, or if you want to see, I haven't filmed anything in my Pilates studio because I haven't asked the manager if I can film in there, because like there are other people in the studio. I could probably try to get a reformer in the corner and see if they will let me film like just myself in the corner again, but I don't know. I would have to ask the manager if that's something that, you know, they're willing to do, because I do know that they record not in the Pilates studio. So the studio that I go to, it's half of it is like the Pilates studio, and then the other half of it is a circuit where it's not quite CrossFit, but they call it cardio and strength, where they do like a circuit training thing. They do have CrossFit type equipment in there, like they have the ski erg, they have the Airdyne, like the air bike thing, and then they have like squat racks and stuff like that. So they do have some of that type of equipment in there. I haven't ever done any of those classes, but I do know that they have that equipment in there, and they do film stuff for their social media in that group room, but I don't ever see them post anything in the Pilates room. So I don't know if it's just, you know, the people in the Pilates room don't want to be shown, or I don't really know. But I just know that in the strength and cardio, they post that on social media, and in the Pilates room, they don't post it. So I don't know. I don't really know why, because Pilates is all the rage right now. So they really would benefit from posting that. So I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, if you want, but here's the thing. I did buy a reformer, like I mentioned, and I can film some of the workouts that I'm going to be doing at my home on the reformer with the app that I'm going to be using. So I will do that in the future, so you can see me doing some of the workouts at my home on the reformer. So maybe I'll just start doing some of that, and I will try to mix it up, and I will do some stuff on the reformer and some stuff on the mat. So if you are interested in learning or doing Pilates at your home, you can see that there is really a lot of flexibility to it, where you don't necessarily need a reformer. You can do it on the mat, and it's really just as challenging depending on who you follow and what you're looking to do. I did a challenge on the Pilates Anytime app, and I followed Andrea Spear, and it was hard. I was like, wow, why is all Pilates hard? But that's how it's designed to be, and the slower you go, the harder and the more challenging it is, and that is the design of it. And that's what I really, really like about it, is people who think that Pilates is easy is because they're doing it wrong. Like people who get on the Pilates carriage and, you know, like they don't fight the resistance, and they're just like, this is easy. I'm like, duh, because you're doing it wrong. You're not fighting the carriage to close. Like, you are clearly letting the carriage not do the work, but you're not fighting the spring. Like, you want to fight the resistance to close so that you are feeling that tension. You want to always keep the tension so that you are constantly keeping the time under tension, and that you have that resistance. So yeah, anyways, that's just my rant. And so yeah, so you will see some of that. Like I said, I do still have the ladder app, but I have not done a workout with ladder for a long time. It's been weeks since I have done anything with ladder, and I do still like it. I do want to try, they have a new coach Her name is Allegra Paris, and I guess she had like a program, like a bikini body program or something like that, but she is also a Pilates coach. And so I do want to try her programming out, and I want to see if she is somebody who programs 10,000 different movements like the other Pilates coaches. That's the only reason I didn't like the other Pilates coaches with ladder. You know, is they program like 25,000 different movements for one workout, and I was in like movement fatigue just to get through one workout. And the team that I'm on for ladder is Team Thrive, and Coach Nairi, she's really great. She usually only programs like 4 blocks, and in those 4 blocks you're doing about 4 movements, so you've basically got 12 movements to get through, and that's really great. Like usually it's RDLs or squats or curtsy lunges, depending on if it's a leg day or an upper body pull day or push day. It really just depends on what's programmed, but it's never an overwhelming amount of movements like the other team, the Pilates based team. So I really want to try Coach Allegra's team to see how she programs her movements and does her programming to see if it is, like I said, 20,000 million movements, or if she is more cognizant of the fact that people want to be effective but not do 10,000 million movements. So we'll see. We will see. Her team actually launches on December 29th. As I'm filming this video today, it is December 26th. So we will see if I'm going to actually put it in my calendar to try her team out on. I work on Monday, so I might not try her team out. Maybe I will try her team out on Tuesday. And if you can hear that, it's my dog biting on a bone, so I'm sorry for that. So maybe I will try her team out on Tuesday and report back to you later about that. So yeah. Okay. What else do I have to chit chat with you guys about? Christmas was fun. I went to my friend Shirley's house and I had hot pot for the very first time, which was super cool. It was really interesting to see how that whole experience was, and making the food in the broth, or I guess kind of making the food in the broth. And there was, I mean, she had more than just the meat that you cook in the broth. She had like a whole bunch of extra stuff. It was this whole spread. It was so nice of her to put together this whole meal. My favorite thing out of the whole thing was not really a hot pot thing, but it was this dish called, it was like a Szechuan chili chicken, I think it's called, but she said it's called mouth-watering chicken in Taiwan. I think it is mouth-watering chicken. But she said if I go to the Asian store, it's called spicy Szechuan chicken. And oh my goodness, it's actually served cold, which was really interesting to me because I've never had like a cold chicken dish before. Anytime I've had chicken dishes, it's always been hot. So it was cold, which was really interesting, but it was so good. And so that's like, I think my new favorite like Chinese, Taiwanese dish is that thing, because it was so flavorful and it was so like garlic forward, and I love me some garlic. So if you ever go to a Chinese restaurant, you can get that, I think it's called mouth-watering chicken or Szechuan chicken. And usually it's served cold. So you can get it there. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. also dressed up for the first time in like a long time. I wore heels for the first time in probably like years. I used to wear heels all the time when I lived in Arizona because the ground was more stable. In Colorado, the ground is not stable. And so I don't really wear heels out here. I had some really cute Michael Kors and Kate Spade high heels, and I just donated them to the thrift store because I was like, unstable grounding, I will fall and injure myself. It's so interesting as you get older, bodily injury is so top of mind to you. So yeah, I donated all of my nice high heels to the thrift store, and I ended up buying 2 pairs of high heels from Walmart for the holiday. They were those cute, I don't know if you saw, they're on my YouTube shorts. I bought a pair of black satin bow high heels, and then I also bought a red pair, and it's from that brand Scoop, and they were originally $40, and then they went on sale for Black Friday for $17.99, and I was like, what the heck? So then I returned the pair that I bought for $40, and then I bought them again for $17.99, and I bought the black pair and the red pair for less than the original pair. Go figure. So yeah, so those are the only 2 pairs of high heels that I own. And then the rest of the dress-up shoes that I have are all flats or loafers. Why didn't anybody tell me that as you get older, you are going to become obsessed with flats and loafers? Like, I have an insane amount of loafers. It is uncanny the amount of loafers that I have. I think I have about 8 pairs of loafers in flats, maybe more, maybe 10. No, I think I have about 8. Yeah, I think I have about 8, and that's okay. Most of them are black and tan, and then I have a couple that are black and tan mixture. But yeah, that is the world that I live in, black and tan. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on in my world. I hope you guys had a really fun holiday. We had so much fun at my friend Shirley's house, and we played a bunch of like holiday games with her kids and her husband. And oh my goodness, guess what I got in my stocking, you guys? It was so funny. And I played it at Shirley's house. I got pogs and slammers, and I did not lose my touch since I was in elementary school because I was playing, and guess what? I kept flipping my pogs and getting them upside down. So I was impressed with myself because, like I said, didn't lose my touch. And they were not even those nice, do you remember those nice thick slammers? I had these like little dinky ones that came in my stocking, and I still was able to get my pogs flipped right over. So I was like, you know what? I'm good. I was really good at pogs when I was a kid, and apparently still as an adult. So yeah. Anyways, I also got, well, I got one for everybody. I also got ring pops for everybody in our stockings. I'm trying to do some throwback jams. I do not know how I'm going to film. I'm supposed to film one of these reels outside in my car because of the audio, and I do not think I'm going to be able to do it because, well, I mean, I can take one of my lights out there, but my neighbor's probably going to look at me like I'm a crazy person because they go outside all the time to smoke. And yeah, they're probably going to be like, what is this chick doing out here? Sorry. I had to get close to the mirror for that one. Uh-huh. Forgot I was talking to you. Forgot I was talking to you guys. Spaced out. Okay, I think I'm going to finish this up, let you guys go for now so that I can hop into doing reels. I will catch you guys at a later time. Hey friends, so it is a whole new day. I got so sidetracked that I stopped filming that last day, and I left off where I was chatting with you guys about I was so excited about joining Botox and all of that stuff. Well, basically I made an executive decision not to go through with that membership, even though I was so excited about it, because I was looking and really, I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, yes, my 11s right here are kind of prominent, and I do have a little bit of wrinkles here, but it's not horrible to the point where I need to invest like $1,000 into it. So I'm just going to let myself age gracefully right now and focus on using my retinol skincare and vitamin C that I have. Use all of those products up and kind of go from there. I have Pilates this morning. I have a big day of filming ahead of me. I have to film for YouTube. So I think I'm going to try to film a different video beside this vlog, because I didn't really vlog very much this week. So I don't have that much like vlogging content. So I'm going to film a separate video for this week to go up. And then I have, wow, this is really juicy. I have Pilates this morning, so I am actually not going to get ready and do my makeup. I'm going to do this mask this morning. Oh, it's in two separate things. Interesting. So I'm going to put on a mask this morning and just do a little self-care and chat with you about stuff that's kind of going on. I do start school up next week, so I don't know if I'm looking forward to it or not, because a lot of my nutrition classes I have like finished already. So now it's kind of the mandatory classes, and then I only have, I think, 4 or 5 more semesters and then I graduate. So for those of you who don't know, I am a holistic nutrition student. I have about a year left to get my bachelor's in health sciences for nutrition, and then after that I will get a job as a nutritionist, and then I will probably apply for my master's program to become a dietitian. So that is what I am working towards right now. And yeah, I loved all of my nutrition classes. I did really well in all of my nutrition classes, and they were great. Like I did herbal medicine, I did nutrition throughout the life cycles, and they were all super interesting. You basically did case studies on how to help people who had different ailments and different health conditions. So if they had diabetes, or if they had, they were in a nursing home and they had certain conditions, they had heart problems or different things like that. Oh, the one that was really interesting is when you had to do a case study on people who had eating disorders and who were on being tube fed. That was a really interesting case study to have to do. So that's why I really like the program that I'm in, is that it gives you real world like examples and experiences, and the instructors that I've had have all been really great and really really helpful. Like, they want to see you succeed, and they want you to ask questions, and they want you to get as much value from the class as possible. So all of the program, all of my classes are online because I can't go to an actual like university. Like, I could have gone to CU here in Boulder, but because of my anxiety, like, I cannot go to a physical university and be around all of the people and go to class, do all of the things. So I had to choose an online program. So I attend Purdue Global online, and I cannot say enough really good things about it. It's a really great school, and the way that the learning experience is structured, it's really great. Because online learning is really hard because you have to like hold yourself accountable. You have to create your own schedule to do your discussion boards, do your assignments, to show up to class, to do all of the things. Like, no one's going to hold your hand and make those things happen. I mean, granted, yes, if you show up to school and you go to an in-person school, you still have to do all of those things, but you know, you're not going to have an instructor saying, hey, you didn't turn your assignment in. And so I don't know, you have to have, I guess it's really hard because I swear I'm not diagnosed with it, but I swear that I have ADHD. And so it's very hard because I struggle with procrastination too. And so there are times where I will be really productive and I get in this like high productivity mode, and I will do all of the things, and then I'll crash and I will not do anything for like 7 days or 6 days, and then I'm like at the very last day, at the very last hour, trying to bang out as much as I can so I can get as many points as possible. So that's also me. There's like no in between. I'm either very very productive or I'm waiting until the absolute minute, and I don't know why I'm like that. I think that's also part of my complex PTSD. I don't know. Or maybe it's part of the ADHD. I don't know. So yeah. Right now I am just hoping that this, I don't know what mask I chose today. This is a Vita Collagen mask. It is from Korea, so I can't read half of what is in this besides knowing that it is a collagen mask. It feels amazing. It's like one of those jelly masks. Can you guys see? It's like one of those really nice, smooth masks. Like, you know, some of them are cloth. Those cloth masks are bullshit. Like, they don't feel nice on the skin. This feels like so smooth and jelly-like. Ever since I started using masks that are like this, if I open a mask and it's a cloth mask, I immediately want to toss it. I'm like, this isn't good. Why did I buy this cheap, shitty mask? So I always look for these or gel-like masks now. I will pay more for the gel-like mask. So I'm just going to let this seep into my skin, and then I'm going to wash my face, and I am going to film a little reel for Instagram. Oh, if you guys, oh, sorry, my dog hit my camera. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I'm making more like fun content on Instagram and think that I'm fun. I'm a little bit figuring out. Okay, so 2026 basically is going to be the year of me focusing on content creation. I ordered actually 3 more tripods. I ordered 3 more tripods, one for my car and two for my around the house. Like one is like a magnetic, really tiny one that you can prop up in like smaller places, and then another one is like a big one that you can because all of the tripods that I have right now are not like MagSafe compatible. The ones that because I used to have like an old iPhone 11 and I just upgraded my phone to an iPhone 16 because I was too cheap to buy even a newer iPhone than that, because dude, iPhones are so expensive, and no, I'm not spending $1,200 on a phone. Like, what the heck? Who has that kind of money? I don't. And so yeah, so I got an iPhone 16e, which is literally the cheapest iPhone that you could possibly buy, and I was like, here's my old MacBook Pro, here's my old iPhone. Give me as much credit as humanly possible so that I can put that towards this iPhone. So I literally paid $450 for my iPhone 16e, and that was as much as I was willing to pay for a new phone. So yeah, if you can get credits, make it happen, make it work, do the things, save yourself some money, because otherwise, no. I was going to say otherwise I was going back to an Android, but no, I can't go back to an Android because I do not know how to use one of those phones. I haven't had an Android phone in God knows how long. I think I just broke this mask by like continuing to like play with it, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that's the situation as of right now. I'm going to, like I said, let this guy hang out. He's almost done penetrating into my face. So I think I'm going to take this off here very shortly. I am going to film a reel of my outfit for Pilates today. I will wash my face and then get to Pilates, and then I will come back and I will film me getting ready with you guys, and then figure out what kind of video I'm going to film for this week besides this vlog, because who knows if this vlog is going to go up this week or next week, because like I said, I didn't really film very much vlog content, so that's not going to be very interesting to watch, but whatever, it is what it is. I am trying. So I just got home. I just left Pilates, and you guys, like, I am one of those people when the parking situation is annoying and horrible, I will turn around and want to go home. And right now, like, they are doing some undergrounding work in the area surrounding the Pilates studio that I go to. And so the entire parking lot is like not accessible. So you have to park down neighborhood streets and neighboring like businesses, and it sucks so freaking bad. It like makes me irritated before I even walk in the door, which really is unfortunate. I did decide to cancel my membership anyways, though, not because I'm stopping Pilates, but because I bought the reformer machine. So I'm going to start doing it at home to save some money and to see if I like it better, because I have been finding that a lot of the like routines have been really repetitive, and I've been finding myself getting bored actually coming to the studio. So I think it's going to be a nice change to take a break from coming to the studio, and plus I do not want to deal with the parking situation because it just is making me angry AF, and so I just don't want to deal with the parking situation at the studio anymore. So my membership ends on January 19th, and then I will just deal with going to yoga, which will be really great because that is going to help with my mental shit and help me not be so frustrated all the doggone time. So I am looking forward to that. In other news, I need to schedule my birthday is coming up. My birthday is actually next Wednesday. So I scheduled a dinner date with my sister. So me and my sister are going to go to Boulder Cork, which is a really nice steakhouse here in Boulder. And so I'm really looking forward to that. It's kind of pricey, at least for me. So it's like one of those special occasion only places. I've only been to this place once or twice before, and it was always like on my birthday. So yeah, I think that's gonna be a nice like dinner. And I went a little extra, and I did buy myself a tiara and a sash. Not that I'm gonna like wear that like all day long or something, or maybe I will, I don't know, we'll see how I feel. Yeah, so I am in this mood or this era of like celebrating myself and celebrating life, because as you guys know, I had that health scare, and I haven't really talked about what happened with that, because they did essentially find out what was the root cause of it. And I haven't really spoken about that because I don't really know if I want to go down that rabbit hole, because it will open up this whole like thing, and I just don't know if I want to just deal with that. So yeah. Yeah, that's that. Anyhow, how do you talk without saying 10,000 times? I hired a speaking coach before, and here I go with again. I did a program with her for a while, and then I ended up kind of like getting away from that. I don't know. I should still have access to her program. I need to like contact her, because I need to get right and tight with my speaking, because I am getting now to the point where I'm, you know, like being more visible to the public and stuff like that, like on YouTube and on Instagram and stuff like that. So I feel like I should get my shit together a little bit more. One thing that I will definitely not do is I will not overproduce my content. That's just not me. That's not where I want to be. I just want to do like fun hangouts with people. So I want it to be you and me hanging out and being besties and doing bestie things. So if that's your vibe, then come hang along with me. And if it's not your vibe, then that's cool too. Then you probably won't be subscribed to my channel, and you won't be watching my videos, because you're gonna be like, I don't like her and I don't like her style, and that's okay too. So yeah, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna stop yapping, and I'm gonna eat some food, because I've only eaten a packet of oatmeal and 2 hard-boiled eggs today, and I am starving. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to eat. And then I still need to finish my greens drink that I made this morning. You guys, I bought coconut flavored greens drinks from Bloom. And holy cajoli, that is the most delicious greens drink I have ever drank in my life. So stinking good. I will be reordering that over and over and over again, even though I bought other greens flavored. I think I brought a strawberry kiwi flavored from Sam's Club last night, but I will still be buying this coconut flavored one, because holy cajoli, it is so stinking good. Okay, let me shut up and go home. Okay, bye.